Hello everyone, I am MD Varshid Khan, your friend, philosopher and guide. Welcome back to WBCS for All. Today I am going to make a video on important articles of Indian Constitution, even how to remember them, what are the process to remember them. Okay, there's a little bit information about me that I got rank 8 in CTU 2016 in WBCS Group A examination. Earlier I was selected by Zakat Foundation of India for free IS coaching in New Delhi. Currently, I am working at an Inspector BCW in Indas Block, Bankura. I was previously worked as a LIC Development Officer. I qualified the cutoff even in Railway NTPC CA. I cleared the cutoff of Mandatory Development Officer for the examination conducted by WBSSC CGL. Even I scored maximum in West Bengal in interview. For more information, you can log on to my Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/varshid080. Apart from that, there is one more request, that there is a red button below the screen. You can see that if you will click on that, there will be a ringing bell appear. If you will click on that, you will get the subscription. So whenever I will make a video, you will get the information, you will get the notification. Okay, now let's begin with the important articles of Indian Constitution. First of all, the first part of the constitution is union and territory. So in the article 1, that is written as India, that is Bharat, is a union of state. Means in article 1, the name and territory of the union is given. It is very important. Now after that, move to the article 4, that is the law made under article 2 and 3 to provide the amendment of the first and fourth schedule are supplemental, incidental and consequent matters. Means whenever we are going to create any new state, the parliament has the authority and it is not considered as the special cases of amendment under article 368. Okay, for citizenship, always remember only one thing, that in article 11 the power is given to the parliament to get the right of citizenship and make any laws on citizenship. Now let's move to the fundamental right. Remember, fundamental right is very important thing, and I will try to request you to remember all the articles of fundamental right. It begins with the article 12 and ends with the article 35. Now I will give you the details of how to remember the fundamental right. First of all, in the 12, article 12, the definition of the state is given, that what is the state, who are considered the state. When all state government employees, central government employee, PSU working, contractual staff under state government and central government, and different categories of people who are under the state is given there. In article 13, it is written that any law which is consistent with or in decoration with the fundamental right will be null and void. Okay, now from here the article 14, the important articles of fundamental right starts. Remember, in article 14 there is equality before law and equal protection of law. Equality before law is a negative concept taken from UK, and equal protection of law is a positive concept taken from USA. Article 15, prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, sex or place of birth. Equality of opportunity in matters of public employment. Article 17, abolition of untouchability. 18, abolition of titles. Remember the things which I am telling. In article 14, just remember law. Okay. In article 15, just remember discrimination. Article 16, just remember opportunity. Article 17, just remember untouchability. And article 18, just remember titles. I will tell you why. Okay, in the next slide. In article 19, there is a prohibition of certain, there is protection of certain rights of the freedom of speech. Okay, just remember Sam resides in Poland. Okay, why I will tell you in the next video. In article 20, there is a protection in the respect of conviction of offences. In article 21, there is a protection of life and personal liberty. In 21A, right to education, even elementary education. In article 22, protection against arrest, protection against arrest and detention in certain cases. Now how to remember these articles, sir? Now I am giving you a very short technique to remember the fundamental rights. Okay, now the first and foremost fundamental right is from article 14 to 18, that is right to equality. Just remember, law removes all doubt. Obviously if you know the law, doubt will be automatically clear. Now what will happen? Article 14, that is equality before law. Here the law words come. Okay, now removes, forget it, all doubt. The spelling of doubt is D-O-U-B-T, but here B is silent, so we will make it silent. Okay, now from D, right against discrimination is article 15. After that, right, equal opportunity in employment, article 16. Then U, abolition of untouchability in 17, and T, abolition of titles in 18. In this way we can easily remember article 14 to 18. Now from article 19 is a big article and there are 6 rights given within in that, so we will remember how to. I told you that, remember, Sam resides in Poland. What will happen from Sam? S is speech and expression. A for number for A for assembly and A for association. Then M for movement. Now resides and settle, and for Poland it is profession. In this way we can remember the 6 rights given in the article 19. Now from article 20 to 21, that is right to freedom. Remember clear, CLEAR, clear. Now earlier was law removes all doubt, okay, and gives 6 freedom of clear, protection against government. This line. Now for what will come from clear? Now from C, the first one is a conviction, protection of conviction for cases, for offenses. Now for L, that is life and liberty, article 21, protection of life and liberty. It was for article 20. Now for E, 21A, right to education, and for AR, clear, AR is right against arrest and detention. In this way we can remember article 19 to article 22. Now let's move to the next article. Article 23, prohibition of traffic in human being and forced labor. 24, prohibition of unemployment of children in factories for less than 14 years, okay. Freedom of conscience, just remember the thing: traffic, employment, children, conscience and free profession practice, freedom to manage religious affair, that is you don't need to pay, you can manage your religious affairs and dominations. Freedom to payment of taxes, remember taxes, and freedom to attendance at religious instruction and religious worship, whatever. Just remember the trick how to remember them, okay. Now we just try to remember from article 23 to 24, exploitation of women and children still happens. Exploitation of women and children still happens. The right against exploitation, that is 23 and 24. So for in 23, trafficking in human being and forced labor. From that we can understand that means still exploitation of women happen, okay, because trafficking is done mostly of women and children, that is right against forced labor, that is 24. Now we have remembered the article from 14 to 24. Now how to remember article from 25 to 28? Just remember con is a cheater man. Con man evade tax attendance, that is from article 25 to 28. Now con, that is concise, freedom of concise, from 25 to profess, propagate and religious affairs. Then man, that is freedom to manage religious affairs, 26. Now here 27, evades, obviously con man evades tax attendance, means tax, 27, freedom to pay taxes for the promotion of religious affairs. Now for 28, attendance, freedom to attendance at the religious instruction given. In this way we can remember all article from article 14 to article 28. Now if we will summarize the entire data, the thing law removes all doubt, gives us 6 clear freedoms against the state, but exploitation of women and children still happens, and common man evades the tax attendance. In this way we can remember all the article from 14 to 18, okay. Now article 29, protection of interest of minorities and right of minority to establish and administer their educational institute. 32, remedies of enforcement of fundamental right including writs, that is also known as the right of constitutional remedies. Now article 33, power of parliament to modify the fundamental right in their application to forces, otherwise they will not able to maintain the discipline. So our army, air force and even navy, they can't claim that we will make association, we will assemble, whatever. Then article 34, right to restriction of fundamental right when martial law is imposed in any area. Martial law is nothing but the rule of army. 35, legislation to give effect of some of the provisions of the fundamental right, okay. Now let's move to the directive principle, that is the part 4. Now remember 38, state to secure a social order for the permission of welfare of the people. 39A, equal justice and free legal aid. 14, organization of village panchayat, very important. 44, uniform civil code, very important. 48, organization of agriculture and animal husbandry, even cow protection is also given here. 48, a protection of environment. 49, protection of monuments and place of historical place. 50, separation of judiciary from executive. And 51, promotion of international peace and security. Now let's move to fundamental duties. Only one article, that is 51A. You don't need to remember two. And after that, in part 5, that is the president, vice president. Remember, in 52 there is written that there should be a president of India. 61, procedure of impeachment of the president. 63, there should be a vice president. 64, the vice president to be the ex officio chairman of council of state, that is the Raj Sabha. 70, discharge of president function in other contingency, that is the vice president will discharge the function of president when some emergency happens. 71, matters relating to or connection with the election of president or vice president. Okay, now here from 72 important thing will come. Whenever I will give any article, the corresponding article of state will come after 89. For example, the power of president to grant pardon, etc., it is given in 72, but the same power is also given to governor. That will, if you will just add 89 in that, so that will come that in 61 the power of governor to grant pardon, etc., it will come from next slide. Okay, and from 72, whenever we are going to the corresponding state government article, just add 89, and after article 110 just add 90. I will give you the demo how. Okay, now there's 74, council of minister to aid and advise the president. The same council of minister also exists in state. So in 163, just 89, council of minister to aid and advise governor. 75, other provision to the ministers, just at 89. 164, other provision to the ministers of state. 76, attorney general of India. The same case also stands for advocate general, who is the highest law officer for the state. Now just add 89, that is 165, advocate general for the state. 77, conduct of business of government, just add, if it is 77, then it must be 166, conduct of business of government. It may be a typing mistake. 78, okay, it is 166, remember. 78, duties of prime minister with respect to the furnishing information to the president. The same corresponding duty in state government is just at 167. So whenever we are going any article to central government, the corresponding state government article will be nothing but add 89 in that article up to article 110, and if same article will come after 110, we will have add to 90. I will tell you how. Now in 110, disqualification of members of MPs, just add 89, that is 119, disqualification of members in state as legislature. Remember, from article 8 there is 100, joint sitting of both the houses in certain cases, but this provision is not in the state government. So remember, 108 is like an emergency. We call emergency, we call ambulance, we call police, means it is an emergency situation. So in this way we can remember article 108. Now article 110, definition of money bills. Article 112, budget, that is annual financial statement. 117, special provision to financial bills. 123, now what will happen now? After I told you now, after 110 the corresponding state government article we will have add to 90. Now the power of president to promulgate ordinances, the same power is also given to governor, but we have to add 90 from here. Means after 110, if there is an article for central government, the respective state government article will be, we will have add to 90, and before 110 we just have to add 89. Okay, now let's move. Supreme Court, again establishment of constitution of Supreme Court. After 110 we just have add to 90. Now 214, High Court for the states. 143, power of president to consult Supreme Court. 143 means I love you, means Supreme Court love and president love each other, so president can consult Supreme Court. It is a trick to remember. Now CAG, 148, there should be a CAG. 161, power of government to grant pardon. I already mentioned earlier, all these articles are nothing but the corresponding state government article, and we have already given detail in the previous slide. So just have an overview. State legislature, abolition or creation of legislative council in states, it is very important. 169, right of minister and advocate general as respect to the houses, already given. Power of governor to promulgate ordinances, already given. High Court, 214, High Court state, already told. 226, the power of High Court to issue certain writs. Remember this. Union Territory, Article 240, power of President to make regulation for certain Union Territories. Obviously, President makes power for Union Territories. Now move to the next article. Panchayat. Just remember how to remember important trick. There is one more thing. We have to remember the important article of the constitutional bodies. Whatever is the constitutional bodies is given in the constitution, remember the article of their creation. Now in Panchayat, Article 243, there should be a Gram Sabha. Okay, 243, reservation of seats in Panchayat level. 243L, Constitution of Finance Commission to review financial position. Then move to schedule and tribal area. Okay, Article 244, administration of schedule and tribal area. 244A, administration of autonomous region of certain, if in special given preference to Assam. Just remember this article. Now come to the center state administrative relation. 262, education of disputes of relating, you can say, towards of interstate. Interstate means river disputes are given here, that the center has the power to create any panel for river dispute. And 263, position with respect to the interstate council, that is creation of interstate council. It is also an important article. Even I was asked this article 263 in WBCS interview. Now move to the center state financial relation. 266, consolidated fund of India and public account funds of India. 267, contingency fund. 275, grants to states. 280, there should be a finance commission. These are important articles. Just remember, right to property. 300A, public services. That 320, 312, all India services, public services commission. 315, that is, there should be a public service commission for state government and central government. 320, function of public service commission. Now tribunal. 323A, administrative tribunals, and 323B, tribunal for the matters. Okay, now just move ahead. Election. 324, that there should be a election commission to supervise. 329, that for a bar to interferences by court in the election matter, so that election commission can function its work independently. And now special provision relating to certain classes. 338, National Commission of Scheduled Caste. 338A, National Commission of Scheduled Tribe. 340, National Commission of Backward Classes can be appointed by the Supreme Court. And the recent amendment, that is Constitutional Amendment Act 123, is related to the creation of National Commission of Backward Classes only. Now official language. Official language of Union will be given in 343. 343A, Commission to 344, Commission and Committee of the Parliament in official language. 350A, that is the facility of instruction of mother tongue at the primary stage. 350B, Special Officer for Linguistic Minority. 351, Directive for the Development of Hindi language. Okay. Now emergency provision. 352, proclamation of emergency, that is national emergency. 353, effects of proclamation of emergency. 356, power in case of state, that is president rule or state emergency. 358, suspend of protection of Article 19. 359, suspension of the enforcement of fundamental right during emergency. And 360, that is the prospect of financial emergency. Just remember, Article 365 is also related to that. Okay, miscellaneous. 361, protection of president and governor, that is the special provision for them. 366, that the effect of failure to comply to give effect to the directive given by to the state, that is president rule. I told you 365 is very important. Amendment of the constitution, there is only one article in this part, that is Article 368, that is parliament has the power to amend the constitution. And last article, that is Article 370, special provision of Jammu and Kashmir. In this way we can see that there are only 50 articles which is important in the constitution. So if you want to read the constitution, just important remember these articles. You don't to read the articles word by word, just you must have overview that in which article which is given, so that if it is asked in the examination you can tick on that. I am giving you my words, they will not ask beyond this, because I was a student of political science and my optional was political science. I am comfortable with it and I never missed any question related to any article. Thank you very much. Give your opinion in the comment box. Do share and promote this video.